Hey everyone, so I have a wacky and crazy story that I wanted to share with all of you today, and it has to do with this sweatshirt. There'll be more details, I'll tell you all about the story, I'll give all the credit to where this originated. It's actually really started with somebody that my wife Megan works with. I think it's funny, disturbing, weird, all in one. I'll talk more about it. First, let's get out and go for a run today. So we've got 3¼ miles in today, about 9 minutes 41 seconds per mile. Nice easy run. Honestly, two things, I guess. One, I'm pretty pleased with how I'm feeling as far as the effort of the runs. It feels pretty easy to hit the paces that I'm hitting. You know, there's some cardio to be done, sure, but it's been really 8 weeks since any intense or long distance running or high mileage running since the marathon season, and things are still feeling pretty easy. So what do I think that's attributed to? I'm doing probably more strength training and more of a break with more strength training than I've done since I started running long distance. I kind of got away after I entered the running or long distance running world, coming out of some time where I was lifting more, in the gym more. I got bored of it and I turned to running. I was able to get all the way up to a 60-kilometer race really without injury, but since then I've only been getting older and I also haven't been doing as much strength training. So I think that's catching up to me, and I really have to find a way to keep this pattern up where I'm still doing my strength and conditioning and couple that with my running. And maybe that's going to be a couple days where I'm running easy, my legs are sore from lifting, my body's sore from lifting, but it's okay, and it's probably what I would need to do. And I need to make that mental shift to make sure I really do have that strength training with my running. The second thing that I've noticed is my hamstring is still bothering me, so it's a little bit concerning to me, I guess, just because I don't want to feel like I'm still in that loop where things are hurting or get to a point where I feel like I can't continue to run long distance, but maybe I'm overreacting. All these tendon injuries, that kind of thing, takes a long time to heal, so I still feel it. It's not gone away, but I'm able to get my 3, 4, maybe even 5-mile runs in pretty easy, and I'm okay with that, and I'll take that going forward. But let's get back inside. It's a cold day today, and I'll talk about some other stuff. So let's get back to this sweatshirt. This sweatshirt is actually from a turkey trot out in a town somewhere in Connecticut, I believe, and the story is all about the print here on the sweatshirt. I'm actually going to let the TikTok play out for you. This is again someone that my wife works with, but I'll credit her and just put her TikTok in the description below because there are a lot more details to this story beyond what I'm going to talk about today. If you want to follow along, again, I just think it's crazy. It got picked up by local news, all kinds of wacky stuff. But just listen to what she has to say, and I will just warn you, there is some cursing and stuff that I generally don't have on my channel, so just be warned, there's some curses in there.
I am feeling compelled to speak out against something, and I fear that if I do not do it, nobody will. I'm going to be addressing the t-shirt that my town sent out for the turkey trot this year. I did not trot, but I did get a t-shirt. Before we get started, if you are on the committee for this t-shirt, I don't want to offend you, but I think that you should go to the nearest hospital. The theme of the shirt is simple and gorgeous. It's 45 years of turkey trotting. The execution is, for me, leaving something to be desired. I'm inserting a photo here so you can pause and read it yourself, but I am going to give you some highlights. Starting off strong, in the middle of the shirt, Cosby Show debuts. Next up, we got Unabomber arrested. And this is great because I've always been like, I need a shirt to wear on Thanksgiving that references the Unabomber. We got Rock Hudson dies. We got Jerry Garcia dies. We got Norman Mailer dies. The deaths of Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein both get shout outs on this t-shirt. The shirt does reference 9/11, but it just says World Trade Center. We all know what happened. But this is where it gets crazy. Finding Nemo grosses $340 million. Is that even a record? Like, why is that on here? Serena defeats Sister Venus. Okay. Is this one of the most defining moments of the past 45 years? Tell me. This is by far the worst one. Rodney King beaten. Just like that, on a t-shirt. I don't think that's okay. Who did you run this by? I don't think you can put that on a t-shirt. Satanic Versus debuts? Who put that on here? Be f***ing for real. Prozac released. Okay, good. We need it. Like, here's some events that they did not include. The internet. Anything about the internet. The iPhone being released. Facebook. Nothing like that. I am shocked beyond words that this shirt does not include a Monica Lewinsky reference. Like, it's just hugely giving that it would say Monica Lewinsky scandal. Anyway, I'm gonna treasure this forever. I already spilled a bunch of on it, but yeah, if you were on the committee for making this t-shirt, I hope this isn't your day job. This is literally...
So is that not a wild story? I mean, there's more stuff on here. Like, I have this one here that jumps out to me. Pan Am Flight 103 explodes. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know who put this on the shirt as the 45 years of running. I have a sense of what happened, or what I think happened in my mind. I don't even think Megan really agrees with me, but there's more of the story. She goes on to share some of what the local news had asked from her to share. They interviewed the, I think, race director of this 5K. He basically talked about how he outsourced the artwork to some other company or group of artists.
The Pequot Runners Club has organized the event since 1978. Tom Harden is the treasurer. He says the shirt was made by a local artist in Westport.
And the theme was sort of, running through history. And then I looked at the fine print and said, I wouldn't have chosen those.
He says this year's design has been a learning experience.
It's been offensive to some people, and I understand that, and we apologize for that.
The Runners Club has raised $1 million for local charities throughout the decades. He says the event is always a positive light in the community.
I think it was all sort of a joke, and basically it slipped by, and obviously someone at the race team or race directors group didn't review what was actually on here. I think the turkey itself looks like he's maybe a little bit drunk or something from partying a little too hard the day before, so I think it's a joke that someone let slip by, and this is what happened. But I just thought it was a funny story around running that was worth sharing. I don't really do a lot on TikTok, so Megan was the one who showed me, and again, it's someone she knows anyway, but I just thought I'd share it with all of you if maybe you're similar to me and maybe similar age group and we just aren't on TikTok as much, so maybe you haven't heard it before, and I just think it's a wild enough story to share. So yeah, I wanted to share that, but that's all for today. Had a nice run. It's definitely cold out there. Winter time is here, so we'll continue running this week. I'm looking forward. This is the last week before officially starting my New York City half marathon training block. So we're getting there little by little and just doing some more stuff in the gym. So it's great to talk to all of you. Great to share this funny story, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care.